What is going on, trading world? Welcome back to another video, my first video of 2022. And this video, I want it to be super motivational. In this video, I'm going to show you guys a clip that I recorded while I was in Cuba, reflecting on my super successful year. Last year, I was able to get funded. I was able to get interviewed by FTMO. I was able to quit my job. I was able to buy a bunch of bullshit materialistic things, but I was able to hit my goals that I wrote in this very same room on January 1st, 2021. And I really want to motivate you guys. If you are somebody who is on your journey and you're asking yourself, like, why am I not profitable yet? Why can't I quit my job? Why, I get this question all the time in my DM, in my Discord. People keep coming to this question of, why my time is not up. Okay, I want to talk to you guys about it in this video that I recorded. This is not a technical video by any means. Okay, this is just my theory on what I think it takes. Okay, it's not a technical video. There's no strategies, there's no graphs, there's nothing. I'm just going to tell you what my deep thoughts about actually making it in this industry, of when your time comes and you become profitable. So again, use this as motivation, man. If you find this helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing to the channel, and we have lots of crazy content coming this year to the channel. As you can see, my desktop background has changed a little bit, and I'm adding a bunch of things and making this into a studio, and we got lots of crazy videos coming this year. Also, one more thing, man, if you have not written down your goals for 2022, I highly suggest, as a small piece of advice, you write them down. All right, last year, January 1st, 2021, I was miserable, I was depressed, I was a break-even trader, but I had a clear vision. I had a clear goal of what I wanted. I wanted funding, I wanted to be able to quit my job, I wanted to be profitable. I sat in this room, I wrote it down, and I made it clear as water, man. I had it really visually, I could see it happening, and it really happened, okay? It really happened. And this year, I'm guilty as charged, okay? I got hit with COVID, some crazy back pain, depression, whatever. I'm getting whooped in 2022, and I haven't really even written down my goals. I've written down my goals, but I haven't really done the visualization process that I need to. So I'm gonna take the next few days off from YouTube and everything else and really work on my goals, and I highly suggest that you do the same. Now, please enjoy this clip that I made while I was on my vacation. Some deep thoughts that I had on what I really think it takes for your journey to progress, and when the time really comes, so you can stop guessing, man. As you guys saw in the intro of the video, this is not a technical video by any means, man. This is all theory, just coming from somebody, you've seen my story in the past, what it's been about. In this video, I'm just gonna talk to you guys about one thing and one thing only, and that's the theory behind, what makes people profitable and what leaves people stuck behind an invisible wall where they're stuck in losing trades, losing years, losing money, never getting funded, and what really pushes certain people to become profitable, okay? For me, this year was the first year that I was able to be profitable all year long, okay? I was able to quit my job. I was able to quit my 9-to-5 job. I was able to buy the car that I always wanted to buy. I was able to financially help my parents. I was able to take beautiful vacations like this, multiple times this year, and I'm so grateful for all these things. And it was never for me about the Lamborghini, the Rolex, or even a vacation like this, man. All I wanted was my time freedom, okay? A little bit of financial freedom with time freedom is all I really wanted. So what I want to talk about in this video is, how can people really achieve that with Forex? Okay, because as we know, Forex is not the easiest thing in the world to achieve, to trade, to be profitable in. It's probably the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my life. Now, with that being said, I just kind of want to break this theory, okay, of how do we actually achieve that? How do we actually start comparing ourselves to other people? That's where we start comparing other people in our trading community, on YouTube, on Instagram. You see people being profitable, and you start comparing yourself to them, like, what, I've been at this for 2 years, man. Why haven't I been able to do it? And that's something I talked about my second vlog was, I've asked a bunch of successful traders, how long did it really take you to become successful? And somebody said 2 years, somebody said, 1.8 years. And for me, it was right on the dot at 2 years and 1 month. So with that being said and out of the way, okay, everybody has their own timeline of, how long it's really going to take for you to be successful in Forex, okay? Your timeline may be 1.5 years. Your timeline may be 3 years, 3.5 years, okay? The only difference between the people that make it and 90% of the people that will never know what a withdrawal feels like, 90% of the people that will never know what funding feels like, 90% of the people that will never ever make a dime from trading, okay? Those 90% people are the people that are stuck losing phase, that are stuck at the break-even phase, and they just haven't pushed through that invincible wall yet, okay? They haven't pushed through that wall because their time wasn't up. They didn't stick around long enough for their time to be up, right? They quit right at the end. It's just like that image online of that man digging for diamonds and he gives up right before he strikes gold, right? And there's another person who keeps digging and finally hits it. It's literally just that simple, okay? If you really want to do this shit full time, if you are really committed to this, you need to stick with it for the long run. You need to stick with it until you basically cross that invincible line into profitability. But the sad truth is that majority of traders, 90% of traders, will never do that. And why they will never do that is for two reasons, okay? Two reasons that doesn't happen. Number one, trading is very emotionally draining, okay? It can have a lot of toll on your emotions, on your mindset, how you feel, because taking losses every single day doesn't feel too good, okay? It doesn't feel too good to wake up every morning and do something that you basically suck at. You know, you've tried everything and you're still failing. It doesn't feel good to do that. So the majority of the people will just walk away from it saying, you know what, this isn't for me, this isn't working, it's a scam, it doesn't work, you know, things like that. Number two, they won't be able to financially sustain themselves long enough. So a lot of people come into this industry swinging hard, right? You know, right away they're depositing $5,000, $10,000. You know, they're dropping money into challenges and they're just blowing all of this money, not knowing that they still have another 2.5 years left before they're even gonna make anything. So they just come in swinging, dropping all of this money, and financially they basically just burn themselves out real quick. They burn themselves out real quick and they can't financially sustain that anymore, okay? They don't have another dime to put into these markets, because if they lose any more money, you know, they could get in trouble with, you know, a spouse, a partner, and at that point it kind of becomes like almost like a gambling addiction where you have to stop putting in money because you've already lost so much, right? So the only way, all right, here's the key. This is personally my advice, okay? You don't have to take this. This is what I feel worked for me, and this is what I would preach to anybody who's new. Man, what a beautiful sunset behind me. Anyone who's new, this is what I would preach, okay? You have a timeline. You don't know how long it's gonna be. It's gonna be 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. You don't know. Keep working your job, keep doing what you're doing, and just chop away at the Forex tree. You know, keep working hard. And you need to do two things. Number one, risk management. That will allow you to financially sustain yourself through this time period, whatever time period it's gonna take. Obviously, you're gonna have to stay committed and motivated. You have to want this bad enough. I really wanted this bad enough. This is what I wanted. I wanted to be able to take a vacation when I wanted, where I wanted, with who I wanted, without having to ask my boss about it, okay? Right here, this is what I wanted. It took me 2 years and 1 month to get to this point, okay? And I've been consistently profitable throughout this whole year. So number one, risk management. You have to financially sustain yourself through this time period, this difficult time period that you're gonna have to go through, and basically maintain some kind of psychology so you don't emotionally drain yourself. So these are this, you don't know how long it's gonna take for you to be successful in Forex. The key is that you need to stick around long enough to see the reward. The key is not quitting like 90% of the traders that come into this market swinging and leave before they ever get the reward. The key is to stay consistent, practice risk management throughout your journey until it happens, okay? You gotta stick around long enough for it to happen. You know what it was? It was the fact that I never gave up, okay? I never gave up on my dreams. I kept working and I was financially able to sustain myself long enough to actually see the results and actually get to this point. So that's my key takeaway. I think that's the key to Forex, man. There is no shortcut. This is not a get rich scheme. It's just gonna take time. That's all there is. It's gonna take time. You need to stick around long enough for that to happen.